How to win friends and influence people. To have people with you. Now it's easier than it sounds, especially when you have an analysis of Dale Carnegie's excellent book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. It was published in 1936, but it still remains one of the most widely read books around the world. The book will be especially useful for business owners and those whose work is related to communication and sales. And so that you do not have to spend a lot of time reading, I have already written out 9 main conclusions from it without water. In them you will learn simple ways to win people over to you. Smiling is the key to a good first impression. Nobody will believe you if you approach someone with a stone face and say, "Oh, I'm so glad to meet you." The easiest way to show someone you are happy is to smile sincerely. This will help you make the right first impression and gain location. And psychologists have also proved that a smile brings positive emotions, not only to the interlocutor, but also to yourself. So smiling is not only pleasant, but also useful. Don't criticize. Dale Carnegie writes that it is easy to start criticizing, but only a person with a strong character can understand and forgive the interlocutor his mistake. If you want to be a welcome interlocutor, avoid criticism, even if it is justified. People often think not with their minds, but with emotions, therefore, they are likely to see criticism as an attack. This means that either the person will begin to defend himself, or harbor resentment. So why do you need this? Take an interest to be interested in you. In order to gain favor, it is important to be not only an interesting conversationalist, but also a good listener. Give the other person enough attention and show that you are really interested in what they are talking about. And if you interrupt him, or talk almost all the time only about yourself, he will simply consider you selfish. Look for common topics. Another great way to win someone over to you is to find common interests. It always works, because each of us can talk about what we like for hours. But what if you don't know a single general topic yet? The following output will solve this problem. A topic that is interesting to everyone. Yes, it really exists. A topic that a person can discuss endlessly is himself. And this is not a joke, because everyone is pleased to feel valuable and interesting. If you want to start a dialogue with a person competently, ask where he bought such cool shoes or praise his new haircut. By doing this, the attention of the interlocutor will be provided to you. Socrates' affirmative answer method. In his book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, Dale Carnegie talked about a psychological trick called the Socratic method. For it to work, you need to collect at least 3 positive answers from the interlocutor. Lead him to the point with the questions, "Do you agree?" "Right. Isn't it so?" that he can only answer yes. And after a while he will become more loyal to new proposals. This is how psychology works. When the answer is no, the person closes with his whole body, not giving a chance to new thoughts and possibilities. And a series of affirmative answers will break this shell. This method is especially useful in sales. Be sure to try it. Leave controversy for others. When you start to openly argue with the interlocutor, consider that you have already lost. No, not because you were wrong, but because you started it all. Even if you are right, the relationship with the interlocutor will not get better from this, rather the opposite. Dale Carnegie said a good line: "A person defeated in a dispute is convinced of his righteousness forever." Therefore, in order to maintain a good relationship with a person, it is better to avoid any disputes. Take time to introspect. Practical advice from Dale Carnegie, author of How to Win Friends and Influence People. He continually improved his communication skills by analyzing past conversations with 3 simple questions. What mistakes were made during this time? What did I do right, and what could have been done better, and how? What lessons can I learn from this? Call by name. Do you remember how nice it is when the banker food delivery staff call you by your name? In fact, this is a cool psychological move that helps win over clients. If you call an unfamiliar person by name, he will be pleased. And if you remember some fact from his life and ask about it, then generally hold on. The person will get the impression that he is appreciated. All this seems like a trifle, but for many, such attention is very important. These were the conclusions from the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. I hope that by watching this video you will start putting knowledge into practice.